You do not have to wait until you are at rock bottom in your health or even have an autoimmune diagnosis to get started eating anti-inflammatory. Anti-inflammatory works for anybody. Anybody who experiences joint pain, brain fog, fatigue, poor sleep, digestive issues, rashes, unexplained symptoms, right? Hives, random things that are happening to you that your doctor says, oh, all your labs came back normal, you're fine. There's literally no downside to eating anti-inflammatory. The way that I teach it, and there's not just one way to eat anti-inflammatory, there's many different ways, okay? But the way that I teach it is kind of like the Mediterranean diet on crack. It's a focus on clean meat and vegetables, whole grains, beans and legumes, raw nuts and seeds, etc. If you wait until you have a clinical autoimmune diagnosis, or God forbid something worse, 2 or 3 diagnoses, or irreversible damage, it becomes very, very hard to treat the root cause of your condition by using diet and lifestyle as medicine. It's much, much easier to attack it either before you actually have a clinical diagnosis or in the beginning stages of one. Do you know what I mean? Or even if you just have high CRP markers or high ANA markers but no clinical diagnosis, that is the perfect time to start, because it's going to be much easier to reverse your condition or your symptoms. I know what it feels like to wait until you're absolutely at rock bottom. I spent thousands of dollars and 2.5 years throwing every supplement and every natural remedy I could at the pain that I was struggling with in my feet, when deep down inside I knew that I had chronic inflammation, and that was the reason why I couldn't walk without pain. But I just wasn't in the mental space to be able to quit my job, move back to Portland, Tennessee, basically blow up my life so that I could focus on my health and change my diet. Because as a chef, I taste everything that I make for my clients. So if my clients want gluten and dairy in their meals, I'm eating gluten and dairy, even if it's to my detriment. So I literally had to come to a mindset where I was like, nothing tastes as good as flare-free feels. And in order for me to live well with autoimmunity, I have to eat well every single day, even if that means I can only work with patients that have autoimmunity too and need to eat this way. So I'm not self-sabotaging at work every day. So I know how hard it is. It took me getting to rock bottom to the point where I was like, there's nothing else I can do. I've got $700 custom orthotic shoes on. I've done months of dry needling and PT and nothing is working. I have to make the change. I understand, but what I'm telling to you, and some people we're hard-headed like me, right? You're going to have to hit rock bottom in order to come around to this mindset. But if you're not so hard-headed and you're watching this and you're like, I need something to propel me because I don't want to hit rock bottom. I don't want to be where I've wasted months and years and thousands of dollars on doctors for them to tell me there's nothing wrong with you, but I don't feel like nothing is wrong with me, right? Start making small little actionable changes right now. It's easy in the beginning, especially if you're not laid up in the bed all day because you are at rock bottom in your health. So no, you don't have to wait until you need a major surgery or you've got a 2nd or a 3rd autoimmune diagnosis or God forbid something worse. You can start right now. Even if you don't have a clinical diagnosis of autoimmunity, having the symptoms or the markers for inflammation is enough to get started today. And I promise you, it is easier. The sooner you start, the better you'll feel, the easier it will become, and the faster you'll be able to say bye-bye to all of these symptoms that have been running your life over the last how many months, right? If this sounds like something you need, click the link in my bio to join my free live summer workshop. It's happening on Saturday, and we're meeting 2 Saturdays in a row, and it's completely free, and I have free gifts and free prizes for everybody who comes. So let's do it. It's time. Do not wait to be at rock bottom in your health. That is for the birds. It's time to be proactive, right? What did they say? It's like an ounce of prevention equals a pound of cure, something like that. Let's take an ounce of prevention today. I mean, let's try it. What else? I mean, what do we have to lose, right?